Coming up this week, it is week 6 in a 12-week half marathon training plan. So this week I am hoping to get things back on track, week 6, because if you've been watching recently, you will know that I had a tumble in the woods. I fell over, I tripped up over a tree root and ended up, not moving forwards anymore. So that wasn't good, and I'm hoping to get things back on track. But actually, on the plus side, having that little tumble has enabled me to discover something important about running and inspired me to come up with a new feature for the channel that I'm calling Andy's Running Tips. So here's a great tip for you to make sure that your running goes as expected. Make sure that you stay in an upright position, because if you trip up and end up flat on your face, then running forwards becomes very difficult. Andy's Running Tips. Right, let's bring up the programme, the schedule for week 6. And this is Wednesday, so Monday I've taken the optional rest day. And that's because I went out for quite a hefty final run on week 5 on Sunday. So I had the rest day on Monday. And you'll see that today it says a 3 to 4 mile run at an RPE of 6 to 7. Now you might be wondering what RPE stands for. I'm so glad you asked me what that stands for. And RPE actually stands for rampant Parisian emus. I'm not sure what that's got to do with running, but anyway. And on the emu scale, 1 is pretty much sitting back, chilling out, kicking your heels back, watching some crap on Netflix. 10 is being chased away on the zombie apocalypse on top of an emu. And 6 to 7, you see, it's quite, so 5 sort of middling, 6 to 7, it's quite going some, isn't it? So anyway, I've slowed down a bit to record this. I'll speed back up again in a mo and see how far I go. Run complete. I did 3.5 miles in the end, and that was quite hard going, but then it should be at an emu level 6 to 7. I think it's probably more of a 6. I am finding it quite hard at the moment, and yeah, it's first thing in the morning. I'm still getting used to those morning runs, and I'm still on antibiotics for the full thing, and anyway, there we are. But I did it, that's the main thing. For this challenge, I'm raising money for Hearing Dogs for Deaf People, an amazing charity that trains assistance dogs for hard of hearing and deaf members of the community so they can lead a normal life. The dogs can alert their owners to sounds around the house and out and about, as well as being an all-important companion and enabling them to leave loneliness behind. Anything you can give will be gratefully received by the charity. Thank you so much for all your support. And thank you very much to everybody who has donated so far. It's really very much appreciated. Thank you from me and from Hearing Dogs for Deaf People. Now you can probably hear a bit of squeaking in the background. That's one of my dogs who is out here for a walk, and she doesn't like standing still. So I'll make this brief. You might notice that I am not wearing running attire. She's going to squeak to all of it. And the reason for that is that real life has somewhat taken a bit of a swipe at me, as it is one to do from time to time. And hang on, I'll go down here and cuddle her. That'll shut her up for a minute. And unfortunately, what has happened is this week I have only done 1 of my scheduled 3 runs, rather than last week I think I did 2 of my 3 scheduled runs. This week only 1 of my scheduled runs. And the reason is, real life has come up and kind of bit me on the bum somewhat. And what has happened is that my other dog, not this one that's down here squeaking for me, has unfortunately been taken seriously ill. So that's obviously very traumatic for all of us. Now this is an upbeat running channel that has terrible jokes. So, I'm not going to kind of dwell on this kind of unfortunate twist of events, other than to say that I am determined to be on that start line for the half marathon event. So I will be continuing my training in week 7, but quite how I do it, how I organise myself, and how I increase my distance between now and then, where I am now and where I need to be, is a point for discussion next week. So join me for that. I'm sorry this video has been somewhat curtailed, but stuff happens. So if you've enjoyed the video, do hit like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll bring you fully up to date on what's happening next week.